What up, guys, and welcome back to Thomas Reacts here on the 360 experience with myself, Thomas Mabaso. On weekend, we saw the funeral of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, the founder of Inkatha Freedom Party. And during that funeral, something happened, because you remember when President Ramaphosa arrived at the funeral, before he went to take his seat, he went there and he greeted some few people basically in our political landscape. We saw the pictures of him smiling with Justice Zondo, and people were not happy. We were saying, Justice Zondo, you are captured. There's no way you can smile like that with Ramaphosa, man. There's no way. You are captured. That's what people were saying. But today I want us to focus here on this clip where Julius Malema, the leader of Economic Freedom Fighters, met with President Cyril Ramaphosa, and they were all smiling towards each other. And for some reason, this whole clip sparked a debate online, because some people are saying that, guys, it can't be that these guys are out there in the media pretending to hate each other, pretending to making each other take accountability, but when they meet each other in face, in public, they are all smiles and everything. Some voters are feeling like, okay, right now we are being insulted because the ANC is making us feel pain, and right there it's Julius Malema smiling with the president of the African National Congress, the man he is supposed to hold accountable. We are not saying that Julius Malema must not greet Ramaphosa. We are not saying that Julius Malema and Ramaphosa must start looking at each other weirdly in public spaces, but they can simply be civil towards each other. That's what people are saying. And at the same time, some people are saying, no, guys, this is political maturity. These guys are okay with each other. They are in front of cameras. There's no way they can embarrass each other in front of cameras. So, guys, I'm coming to you with this clip to say, what are your thoughts? I'm coming with this clip to ask you, what are your thoughts on this whole thing when you see the president of the country, the man who is supposedly the culprit, but when these opposition parties, when these guys see him of the opposition parties, they're all smiles and everything, even with the DA. Even with the DA, man, you can see John Steenhuisen. When John Steenhuisen is in parliament there and addressing Cyril Ramaphosa, you can swear that John Steenhuisen wants to give Ramaphosa the quick bang, 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 bang. But when John Steenhuisen meets Ramaphosa, man, in public, man, John Steenhuisen loves Ramaphosa. He smiles. He wants to kiss his hand, man. You can see right here, Ramaphosa is even fixing the ties of the deputy president of the Economic Freedom Fighters. So, guys, what are your thoughts? Is this a political hypocrisy, or is this a political maturity? What is it? Is this a political maturity, or is this political hypocrisy? What are your thoughts?
I don't like this thing. I don't like this thing of the politicians hugging each other, laughing with each other, and fixing each other's ties. I can't understand it. I don't like it. And there are three reasons why I don't like it. Number one, I think that it trivializes the plight of those who they represent. If you say to voters who, let's say they're poor voters, you say to them, I support you, I'm going to fight for you, and this particular person is causing your poverty, is causing your misery. If you stand for me and you represent me, why are you laughing, hugging that person, the very same person that you said is causing me pain? I don't get that. I think you need to keep the same energy of the principle of your representation throughout. The second reason I don't like this is...
And guys, do you think that Donald Trump... I know this is a wild example, man, but do you think that Donald Trump and him and Barack Obama can be like this, man? They can be civil like this, and they can fix each other's ties, man. I don't think Barack Obama will fix the tie of Donald Trump, or Donald Trump will fix the tie of Barack Obama. I mean, like, just guys, you can see in Zimbabwe, man. Do you think Mnangagwa will fix the tie of Chamisa? Never. Just imagine, man, Mnangagwa fixing the tie of Chamisa, man. It will never happen. It will never happen. So this is why I came to you with this video, man, because I know people are feeling sideways. People are not happy with the deputy president of the Economic Freedom Fighters smiling with the president of African National Congress like this. People are not happy. People are saying you guys are selling us out. You are supposed to be out there being civil with that man. Be civil with that man, but don't be out there kissing his hand and fixing his ties. Why are you doing that? You are disrespecting us as voters. Because we are behind you, because we want to take this man accountable. We want to remove this man from power. But there you are, smiling, all smiling and everything. So guys, what are your thoughts on this whole thing, man? Just imagine Barack Obama fixing the tie of Donald Trump. Man, that will never happen, man. That will never happen, because Donald Trump believes that Donald Trump believes that the people who support him will not appreciate to see him being all friendly with Barack Obama, and the same thing applies vice versa, man. So is this political maturity or is this political hypocrisy? That is my question to you guys.
To me, it comes across as inconsistent and hypocritical. Why do I say this? For example, if you think about the economic freedom fighters, they are not attending Cyril Ramaphosa presentations. They say that, Cyril Ramaphosa is corrupt, he's a money launderer, and that the Phala Phala scandal is an indicator of that. And because of that, they're not going to engage with him in parliament, right? That's what you said. Then you engage with him at a funeral. You engage with him at a funeral. It's all, open arms, hugs, fix my tie, how you doing, sharp. How? How does that work? How can you on one side say you're boycotting him and on another side be embracing him? To me, that comes across as inconsistent. Now, you may ask, and this is the third thing I want to address, what about political maturity?
Thanks.
What about diplomacy? What about tolerance? What about sense of occasion? Yes, I think that politicians do need to be civil with each other. I don't think that they must come to blows every time they see each other. I don't think it's East Coast versus West Coast in the hip-hop 1990s, and we all know how that ended. I'm not thinking that. I do think that you do need to de-escalate the risk of political violence in communities, and that it starts off with the tone that leaders set. So definitely, leaders should not be aggressive towards each other in public. That's not what I'm saying here. And I think tolerance is a fundamental bedrock of liberalism with a small L. You do need to be able to accept people with different political ideas, views than yours, different religions, different identities, and be able to live with them and accepting that their differences are not, inherently wrong. I think that's critical. But when I look at these politicians, it looks to me like they're doing more than being civil.
Man, it's like they are groupies, man. These guys are groupies, man. These guys are groupies. No one can convince me otherwise, man. These guys are groupies, man. You saw Malema's face, like Malema was smiling from ear to ear. And this is exactly what Jamie is talking about, man. That some people didn't like this, man. It's okay, you guys can be civil with each other. You can shake hands like men. But you don't have to be there, man, dabbing each other and kissing each other's hands and fixing each other's ties. You don't have to. Because at the end of the day, you are representing the people, and the people that's what I'm saying, guys. People are feeling sideways about this whole thing. This thing has caused a debate. Because some people are saying, guys, this whole thing just simply shows you that these politicians are playing us. These politicians are playing us. They figured out a cheat code. They're going to be there in parliament pretending to fight with each other. But in corridors, they like each other. They fix each other's ties. And they kiss each other's hands. That's what these guys are doing. So that's why, guys, I would really appreciate your thoughts on this whole thing. Because I know there are those people who are going to say, man, Thomas, stop preaching. This is nothing. But as a member of the Economic Freedom Fighters, do you appreciate seeing your president being all smiley with the president of the African National Congress, knowing exactly what's really happening in the country right now, knowing the levels of unemployment, looking at our infrastructure and all the problems that South Africa is having right now? Do you appreciate your president being all smiley, basically like acting like a group in front of the president? Do you appreciate that as the member of the Economic Freedom Fighters, or do you like, you don't care? It's fine. It was a funeral, man. We don't have to fight with each other. We don't have to be weird towards each other. It's a funeral. Cameras are there. We can't show any animosity towards. You see? So, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Do you think these guys were simply being mature, or they are simply hypocrites, man?
More than professional. It looks to me like they are just saying to us all, we're part of the same club. We're friends. We get along. You know, we go to each other's birthdays. We go to each other's funerals. We go to each other's weddings. We are part of the same club. And then it comes across to me like then they're using the public, using the issues, using the people to remain at that leadership level, but that they are not authentic and that they're not about it.
Oh, just look at Dalimpofu, man. Jeez.
I think one of the biggest problems we have in politics is this inauthenticity. I think we need authentic leaders. I think we need people who are about that life. I'm saying shake someone's hand, no problem.
Yeah.
Be diplomatic. How are you doing? Good morning, Mr. President. But maybe it's just me. What do you think?
What do you think, guys? Man, just imagine, man. Just imagine, you will never, man, see. You will never see Donald Trump, man, fixing Barack Obama's tie, man. You will never see that happen. Even right next door there, you will never see Mnangagwa shaking like Mnangagwa kissing and being jolly sing Chamisa, man. These guys are there and they are representing their people, and they know that our people will not appreciate. Just imagine Chamisa fixing the tie of Mnangagwa, man. The half of Zimbabwe will burn. I'm telling you, man. Half of Zimbabwe will burn, man. Chamisa fixing the tie of Mnangagwa. Half of Zimbabwe will burn if Chamisa and Mnangagwa will act like this, man. Just look at Floyd Shivambu right now. It's like he met his idol, man. It's like finally I met my idol. You know those videos when you see those young kids seeing Cristiano Ronaldo for the first time. Just look at Floyd Shivambu, man. Just look at Floyd Shivambu. That man is a happy man. Happy to see the president of the country. Happy to see the man who is responsible for 60% of unemployment in the country. Happy to see the man who's presiding over collapsing infrastructure. He's happy to see that. So guys, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Do you think that this whole thing is just political maturity, or do you think it's a political hypocrisy? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button so that we can grow our voices, you see. And the most important part, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.